Welcome to a brand new feature on our channel, and we're going to start with every single month. We're going to be taking a look ahead at the next month's GP events, and that is crucial for so many reasons. Why? Because it actually gives you a heads up. It gives you a plan of attack as to which GPs you feel like you want to enter. Do you want to go for one of the crucial legendary GPs, or do you want to go for one of the F1 events where legends may not be as impactful, if any legends are there at all? So that's going to really give you a chance to really prepare and look ahead and target specific GPs where you have really good level drivers, or you feel like you might start and have a good chance. Gone are the days of guessing. Now we're going to give you full preparation as well. We have our strategy guides every week as well. So we're going to cross over them, and we're going to look at our first event, which will be coming up in November. Welcome to the GP of Brazil and Sao Paulo. So a fantastic circuit, fantastic racing for many, many years, where titles have also been decided. But here we go. It is an Oscar Piastri 10% boost. Hutch do not follow the countries of the drivers. That's why you're not seeing Bortoleto. But Oscar Piastri is your 10% boost with a epic, common or a rare. You've also got the car parts of Gyro and Aeroblade as well. So 3 drivers, obviously common, epic and rare. So Oscar Piastri versions. Gyro and Aeroblade. And the boost that you should be fighting for is Samba. Not a renown boost, not great. 25 power unit, 5 speed and 20 pit time. Now, some of the sponsor tasks which are crucial to your event. We have got Junior. You're going to be using Bortoleto for your reputation points. So this week is all about rep, and I wouldn't be going for it if I was you. It's not worth it. Get the points, that's all you need. But Bortoleto is going to be in Junior or level 1s. You're going to have Oscar Piastri common to use in Challenger if you do want the reputation points. In Contender, it's either Oscar Piastri Rare, Gyro or Aeroblade that you've got to put on your setup. And in Champion, it is expected to be Oscar Piastri Epic. Now, these are all subject to change in case Hutch do change them, but we are giving you early advance notice. Reputation points are not worth getting unless it's going to be easy for you. And then we also have the circuit options. So we have got, obviously, Interlagos, Brazil, twice. We have got Villeneuve, which is Canada. We have got Hungaroring, Shanghai, Azerbaijan, Baku, Zandvoort and the Yas Marina, Abu Dhabi. So by my calculations, we have 6 overtaking circuits, 1 defense circuit and 1 race start circuit here in Sao Paulo GP. And we have also 5 cornering, 1 speed and 2 power units. There is only 7 circuits there. That is because Brazil will be featured twice. So again, target your GP. If overtaking drivers are not your go-to, or cornering is not your go-to, this might not be the GP that you want to step up at. You might want to wait for it. So hopefully this is going to give you some really valuable information. But that is your Brazil GP. And again, just to reiterate, in the Brazil GP, you're going to have 6 overtaking tracks, 1 defense circuit, 1 race start circuit, and you're going to have 5 cornering circuits, of which are 1 to speed and 2 to power unit to make up your full 8 circuits in Brazil GP event. So we have our next GP event after Brazil then, and we have the Mustache Madness event featuring 3 front wings that have a 10% stat boost: Glide, Curler and Vortex. Again, front wing looking like a mustache, and even the mustache on the helmet above looking like a front wing, you could argue, as well. So nice little creativity by Hutch on this one. And of course, we have a brand new legend featured who has recently been released. Nigel Mansell steps up as the bonus 10% stat boost driver for this event. Now, the boost that you are going to be fighting for in this event is going to be the handlebar boost. It is a fantastic little boost, 25 defending, tyre management of 15 as well, and of course 10 cornering. So a really, really nice boost that you've got for this event. Definitely worth trying to get hold of. Now, the sponsor task, ladies and gentlemen, goes to Race points. So it's going to be race points. And of course, it is a must when it comes to race points. So this week, you're going to need in Junior, Glide at level 1 or above for an extra 2 race points. In Challenger, to get an extra 3 race points, you're going to have to use Vortex. And just to clarify, level 1, level 1, level 1 means qualifying, opening round, final round. Now, yes, Vortex, level 1 or above for 3 race points extra. Contender then, for 4 extra race points, you need to be using Nigel Mansell at level 1 or above throughout the week. And then Champion, please note the difference is 5 race points. Nigel Mansell level 2 in qualifying or above, level 3 or above in opening round, and level 4 or above in the final round. That is some serious levels so quickly. But Nigel Mansell, hopefully we'll see him in some crates as well. So do note out the sponsor task is race points and some changing champion levels throughout the week as well. Now, the circuits to come, there is 7 circuits here. It seems like one of them is going to be duplicated, but I don't know which one that is. So you've got Barcelona, you've got Jeddah, Monaco, Bahrain, Azerbaijan, Imola, and Monza. They are 7 circuits, so one of them is going to be doubled. We don't know which one it is yet. And of course, then you have got 3 tyre management circuits, 2 defending circuits, 1 race start, and 1 overtaking track. So that is your driver stats. And for the actual cars itself, you have got 2 cornering, 3 speed, and 2 power unit tracks. Again, one of them is going to be duplicated. So that is your Mustache Madness event. It's an absolute crucial event with race points being the sponsor task. But again, if you want to target that one, be aware, 3 speed tracks, 2 cornering tracks, 2 power unit tracks with a bonus one of one of them will go up, and you've got 3 tyre management tracks, 2 defending, 1 race start, 1 overtaking, and we will see 1 get included more again as well. So they are your circuits for the Mustache Madness event. So after the Brazilian Sao Paulo GP and the Mustache Madness, the 3rd GP event to come in November is a trip to Las Vegas Grand Prix. That championship getting ever tighter, we expect. And Lewis Hamilton is our big boost this week. 10% for the epic, rare, and common. We have got Curva 2.5, which has a 10% stat boost, as well as the Spire receiving a 10% stat boost too. Now, the boost expected to be given out this week as the rewards is the Glitz boost with overtaking, cornering, and power unit. So a really handy boost. Not one of the best, but it's a very solid boost option, is the Glitz boost. Now, the sponsor task is heavily featuring Lewis Hamilton and the parts, and it is for race points again. So the 3rd GP following the last one, again, race points this time, and Curva 2.5 needs to be used in Junior for an extra 2 race points. And in Challenger, there is a requirement to be using both Spire and Lewis Hamilton Common to be able to get the 3 race points, so watch out for that. Contender features Lewis Hamilton Rare for an extra 4 race points, as well as Champion then goes to Lewis Hamilton Epic, level 1s throughout, opening round, final round, and qualifying, and the race point is an additional 5. So just be careful that in Challenger, you need both assets, Hamilton Common and Spire, for the result of extra race points. Everything else is 1 part, 1 driver for some simple race points. Absolutely a must go to. Now, some tracks then. What do we have coming up? A little bit bigger on the screen because of the sponsor task amount. We have Melbourne, Red Bull Ring, that is Austria. We have got Azerbaijan, Shanghai, Villeneuve, which is Canada. We've got Monza, and I expect to see Las Vegas feature twice in the opening round, final round. So with that in mind, you have then got 6 speed circuits. This is a heavily speed GP. 1 power unit and 1 cornering track, as well as 5 overtaking circuits, 2 defensive circuits, and 1 race start track. So that is absolutely key at the Las Vegas Grand Prix, that if you want to enter that event and step up, then that is what you're going to have to face. So make sure to check them drivers. But remember, sponsor task is your race points. And of course, in Challenger, you will require both of the assets as well. And again, just to clarify, third GP at Vegas, 5 overtaking drivers, 2 defensive drivers, 1 race start driver circuits, and you've got 6 speed circuits, 1 power unit circuit, and 1 cornering circuit at this event. So we are 3 events down here in November, and now we have got 1 final event. But sadly for this, we don't have as much information because it's such a far look ahead. We don't have the information that we require, but we can have a good guess, certainly, of what might be coming up then. So this event, and be prepared, it is the legendary Qatar event. We don't have the Qatar circuit in F1 Clash, but take a look as to what is the featured assets. Okay, there is some very, very interesting featured assets, and we've got the Beast with a 10%. We expect then, teaser alert, Ayrton Senna will be arriving in the game by to the time that this 4th GP event of November has came around. So maybe week 2, week 3, we expect to see Ayrton Senna and an addition of Emerson Fittipaldi, because Emerson, I'm just checking now, Emerson Fittipaldi is not currently in the game, so we will then have Ayrton Senna and Emerson Fittipaldi in the featured assets, as well as returning Nigel Mansell from our week 2 event. So they are your 10% stat boosts for the week. Again, Ayrton Senna arriving in F1 Clash. I am going to have a guess at the boost to be confirmed, but usually with a legendary event as such, we usually see the timeless boost get added. So if it is the timeless boost, it is worth going ahead and getting. Race start of 15, 10 speed, and 25 cornering. Absolutely worth getting. But that is a to be confirmed. What I will do is let you know in the comment section as a pinned as soon as these details get confirmed, okay? So that will be out as soon as possible for you. Now, we don't have any sponsor tasks or tracks for this event currently, so we can't give you that full lowdown because it's so far ahead. However, do not be surprised to see some basically sponsor tasks about race points and the use of Senna, and obviously all the other legendary drivers too. So don't be surprised to see that. That is a very early possibility that I do believe will happen, but they are your GP events. That is your 4th one. We don't have as much, but I'll let you know in the chat, in the comments, but that is your GP. Senna and Fittipaldi week 4, so that means we do get Senna and Fittipaldi this month as well. So hopefully we've gave you a really good look ahead for November's GP events. We obviously cover a strategy guide for every single event, qualifying and the weekend, but obviously we do this so that you can start to target, right, I want to go for week 3 because there's 5 overtaking and 6 speed tracks. That means I've got the drivers and parts that are good enough for that. You can start targeting your GP events. But good luck. Let me know if you've got this far. Let me know if this is helpful. And fingers crossed, you're going to have some good GPs by following our strategy guides as well.